So it's 6 a.m. and of course, being in Tokyo, it's as bright as midday. A little cloudy, but what's kind of fun, and I mean fun if you're trying to catch golden hour and it doesn't work out, is the sun usually rises at around 3:30, 4 a.m. during the summer months in this part of Japan. So it is definitely a challenge for photographers who want to go out and get that wonderful, morning mist, that wonderful morning light that is unmistakable to that time of day. You need to get up at around 3:30 a.m. For me at least, that's a bit of a challenge. I'm here trying to find this temple in the Otsuka area called Gokokuji Temple. It's one of the oldest temples in this area. It has a shrine, it has a very old cemetery. Not typically my thing, but rumor has it that it's an interesting spot to shoot videos. It's an interesting spot to capture and share with you. So that said, I'm obsessed. No need to ask twice. I'm there. Some of these narrow, winding roads, I'd love to come back at night and see how it looks. That's an interesting structure there. Kind of looks like a penitentiary documentary I saw once, but no, I believe that's an apartment. Not the most friendly structure to the eye, definitely not the most aesthetic of designs, but who knows, it probably goes back 20 or 30 years. One of the good things about getting lost in a neighborhood you're not familiar with, assuming of course that it's fairly safe, and by and large most of Tokyo generally is, you uncover these gems, these neighborhood gems. In the case for me, I'm a real estate guy, so I'm always obsessed with architecture, I'm always obsessed with community, I'm always obsessed with buildings, but specifically the kind of setups that are fairly different from my hometown of Toronto. So whenever I'm in a new neighborhood and I see a building that strikes me as interesting, I see a walkway or I see a narrow path such as down there going down a hill with those, older houses, it just strikes me as very interesting. And of course, I want to spend some time to capture that, to appreciate that, because different is good and we always celebrate different. So I'm officially here, sort of. I'm walking through what appears to be a fairly large cemetery in the morning, so it's not as freaky. Were this a little darker, then it probably wouldn't be my first location choice. So, made it to the location, and right now it's really a matter of trying to scan, trying to determine which is the best scene to try and shoot from. And I'm going to be doing a diverse bunch of shots, handheld, gimbal, and see what comes out the best. I really like that contrast there. See the older structure to the newer structure. I think that would look pretty awesome in the morning or at night, depending on the lighting situation. So there's nobody here yet. There's one lady over there just kind of sitting and chilling, I guess. I'm guessing this being a weekend, that's probably going to change as we progress further into the morning hour. So the goal is to try and get some shots and move on. So to be quite honest, I really didn't feel like coming out this morning. You know, sometimes the motivation is there, but laziness kicks in. And I was actually on my way here and I was like, why do I have to do this today? Why do I have to do this right now? Why do I have to do this at all? Do I need to feature this temple in the video? All of these were pretty much hinting towards turn back, go home and enjoy your bed. But there are times when you have to ignore that, you know, that lazy impulse, that impulse that says do not, and you have to ultimately follow the impulse that says go do. And I'm glad I chose that impulse because I'm really excited to go back to the editing room and really make this video come alive, really make these scenes come alive for your viewing pleasure. The moral of the story, when in doubt, when laziness kicks in, when the lack of desire to get things done kicks in, just ignore it and keep on going. Keep on your path. Do what you feel you should instead of what you feel you're not in the mood to do. And I think at the end of the day, it comes down to a sort of vitamin discipline that isn't very easy to awake sometimes, but the moment you commit and decide to ignore the voice in the head and just go do it, things become pretty transforming.